Hi everyone, it's me. It's me, Brian, here, and yeah, we're ready for the next launch of a Starship Flight 13. We are ready, aren't we? Yeah, starting my live session here. Gonna do the same setup I did last time for the Starship flights. I think I did one Starship flight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see. I got my things already set up, and now I'm gonna share the screen. Let's share the screen here, and bam, there we go. Yeah, right now I have it right here. So right now uh, I'm sharing the screen right now. So right now y'all can see the launch as well. Um, I'm not putting up any thing yet, any audio yet until we get closer to the launch. It's only right now 15 minutes, so they're just gonna do a lot of talking. They're gonna do a lot of like demonstrations of if there's any music playing. I cannot really play those, unfortunately. It's just copyrighted stuff. So yeah, I am not established YouTube person. I'm just an amateur uh, doing this while I go for my careers and all. And pretty much representatives such as this lady here, she's talking about the starship and what it is. Now, what am I doing is basically I'm just sharing the screen from the Twitter or X, or as some people as I am also a Marvel fan and a Star Wars fan. X just means X-Men to me. So I can always think of X, like X-Men. Well, this will be Wakanda, so Wakanda forever. But yeah, sorry, Marvel. I'm a Marvels guy. I love the MCU. I'm loving where the MCU is going. So there we go. That's a little tangent about that. Uh, but yeah. Tell me where y'all viewing it from, or if you're in Texas, you know, and if you can see it from outside, that'll be great. You can see it, just right outside. It's gonna be like an arch in the sky. That's what it's gonna be because it's heading to the ocean of space. So yeah, they're just demonstrating what Starlink can do. Um, I personally don't have Starlink. I may invest into one because Starlink is pretty cool to have. I think Starlink is pretty cool, and they're upgrading the Starlink. So this actually segue. This would be a a this will be a great thing to see of a segment of Starlink, because Starlink's like really cool. These sound like that. I just don't want to put on the audio because they're gonna put music and so forth a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, they're putting in the all the components and everything for the Starlink's vehicles themselves, and those are the solar panels. Because the thing is with satellites is that they're powered by the sun, by the solars. Why is that? It's a lot more durable. It's a lot more. It's actually very cost effective to do so, and you're not using a lot of pollutants or nothing like that at all. You're just using the solar rays of the sun. So it's essentially photosynthesis, they're like plants in a sense. So yeah. So what this is that with Starlink is that you're able to broadcast from the Earth to the Moon and back with using relay signals, RF signals, or radio frequency, and basically just makes it go faster. And there's a lot of things going for it, and they're just measuring how the gigafactories are going to be. Of course, they're building some in Texas, obviously, and probably here in Florida, we're probably going to have those with the data centers. There's going to be a lot of data. There's going to be data centers, but the thing is that some states, like my state of Florida, they don't have. We're not going to be building much data centers and all that stuff. It just depends on how things go. We're not yet launching yet. We're going to be launching soon in about 11 minutes or so. Depends if there is delays. If there's delays and that stuff, we'll see. We'll see how things go. If there's a scrub again, I'll put in the title. There's going to be a scrub, but there's no scrub right now. So yeah. Uh, so yeah, yeah. Just tell me where y'all from. Where y'all talking? Where y'all from? If you're seeing the launch in Texas or you're in the Caribbean, so you can actually maybe see a glimpse of it flying. It will happen and see that's the dynamics of the flights and so forth. I'll put in the audio like when it's like almost time to launch. So don't worry. I don't want to like put it too early because yeah, it's gonna grasp it. But you can see here that's what's gonna be. Um, yeah, I will just do some check-in right now in the meanwhile that this thing goes. And yeah, see, the mission of today is just basically what they're doing is that they're deploying the actual satellites. These are operational Starlink satellites that they're doing. These are not dummies. These are not. They're not decoys. They're actual satellites that they're launching. So this is going to be a mission that's vital and important because it's important for Artemis as well. So, because Starship is one of the vehicles that is designed to basically go to the moon with Artemis 4. Now, with Artemis 3, on the other hand, that's going to be a test flight for Artemis, in that it's going to be for the moon, the Mark 1, of the lander, or Mark whatever 1.5, if they're going to call it that way, and Starship's lunar um, modified version of the lunar lander. Basically, they're not going to land on the moon in Artemis 3. They're saving it out for Artemis 4, which I think is just a better idea because it's good that they want to test these things on Earth. I'd rather that they did test it and in orbit than they do test it on to the moon. Yes, is it less risky? Yes. Is it going to be like Apollo? Kind of, but really, Apollo was a lot more riskier to fly than it is. Was a lot more risk. There was a lot more going with Apollo, and not only that, Apollo had a very big budget, uh, huge budget compared to what we have now. So at the peak, it was like four. It was like 4% of the national budget. So uh, of the country. So yeah, it was pretty big, I know. But yeah, yeah. Let's see if maybe there's an outreach. I'm not sure if I got people right now. I'm not sure about that. I'm trying to see because it's like trying to see here. Um, trying to see here. Trying to sending out some texts first and all that stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be the things for Artemis 3. That's exactly what I'm talking about here. They're gonna use a modified version of Starship to connect it to Orion, as you can see here. It's gonna look pretty cool. It's a big long, super big vehicle compared to like Orion being so tiny and so small. It's just gonna be a jar because it's like I don't know how to say it. It's like let's say my glasses case and this is Orion. My J Lab phone case. That's gonna be Starship basically. Actually, Starship might be bigger than this, but this is an analogy. Basically, what's gonna happen? It's just gonna be like this, and they're gonna connect each other, and they're gonna go to space. So yeah. So yeah, yeah, and that's cool. They actually did it recently with the International Space Station. With that's one of the pictures from the recent astronaut up there in the ISS. So So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Starbase is becoming more like um, yeah. Here we go. Just wanted to edit a little bit. All right. We got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. I'll put on the audio in a little bit. In a little bit. I think I could put it now. Let me see.
Dan, how are things up at Mission Control?
Things are still looking really good, Kate. We are still not tracking any holds on the board, no issues with the vehicle or with the pad. Our range continues to be green, both in the Gulf and out in the Indian Ocean for flight today. We'll continue monitoring that all the way down to the final minutes. We are going to be closing out our propellant loading on the booster and the ship within the next 3 minutes. We're going to have about 11.5 million pounds of liquid oxygen and liquid methane on both of those stages once we're all done. Then it'll be time for the pad to essentially ready itself, where we clear out all of the prop that's been flowing through feed lines up into the launch mount, up into the tower. Those go back into the propellant farm, get it ready, and we'll do those final thrust vector control, those steering checks as we get a little bit closer. If we need to hold that hold time, it's new for this launch, and we saw it briefly on our attempt last week. That hold is set at T-minus 60 seconds now. That's where we can pause, we can wait. If we need to just kind of hang out for any pressurizations, anything like that to clear, we've got a couple of minutes to hang there. We will only hold if there's an issue, and we're not tracking any holds on the board right now.
That's right. Now, once T-minus 60 seconds passes, a number of events will occur in rapid succession. Both the ship and booster will configure their comm systems for flight, and they will rapidly run leak checks on gas and fluid tanks. Meanwhile, the booster will be going into internal power, and its engines will get their final priming for launch. Those ship engines will also begin their ascent bleed profile, and it will arm its automatic flight safety system. There's a lot of mechanical activations on the tower side as well, with one critical step being unlatching of the quick disconnect, feeding propellant into the ship.
All right. Well, getting there.
And once T-minus 60 seconds has passed, we still have the ability to rapidly recycle the count under certain conditions back to that T-minus 60 seconds point and hold there to assess what happened and if teams can proceed once again to T0. There's an estimated 5 to 8 minutes of hold time, and that's largely driven by the propellant temperatures that we see on the vehicle while holding. The flame diverter on pad 2, you can see it there at the base of Starship. That activates at T-minus 17 seconds. Now, if we trigger a hold after T-minus 17 seconds, that will result in a scrub for the day, as we've already turned on the water. Now, for those that have just recently tuned in, once again, our primary test objectives for today's test flight includes a successful liftoff, stage separation. We also plan to deploy 20 Starlink V3 satellites. We have real satellites on board. We expect to have about 20 minutes of available time to speed run some tests and really allow the Starlink engineers to put them to the test in that time.
That's right. And we also have the soft splashdowns planned for both the booster and the ship. Going to be super exciting to see if we can return those safely back, so that way we can get ready for tower catches again.
And just a quick check-in, we got our final green light from the range, not tracking any issues on ascent or out in the Indian Ocean for entry. So it was kind of the final go for flight that we wait for in these final minutes. Prop load now closing out on both vehicles. We have no holds on the board. Again, that we've got that gate at T-minus 1 minute. We're only going to hold if there's a reason, and currently there are no reasons.
All right.
Coming up here in a few seconds, we should have Oh, actually, right there we can see on screen, that's the base of the Super Heavy booster. Those are the 33 Raptor engines, and we expect to see and there they go, the TVC checkouts, also known as engine wiggles. We're activating those thrust vector control actuators to ensure that those center engines and the inner radius as well have the ability to steer the rocket.
Yep, super cool to see how fast those move. I mean, in flight, it's amazing to see how it steers the vehicle. And we're coming up on that T-1 minute now on our countdown, so let's listen in to see if we pass that gate.
Here we go. 50.
All right, we are through 54. The gate. Still no holds on the board.
No holds.
50 seconds to go. Starship getting ready to fly.
Hey, Rosh, it's me. Yeah. All right. A little more casual here, but why not? Let's have some fun.
Flight tractors go for launch.
27, 26. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. About to light up the sky. Here we go. 14, 12, 11,
9,
10,
8,
9,
7,
8,
6,
7,
5,
6,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, let's go, baby. Lift off. We got lift off. Wow, look at her go, man. Look at her go. Look at her go, man.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. Booster Raptor chamber pressure is nominal.
Wow.
Thirty seconds into flight. 33 out of 33 Raptor engines.
She does the wrong maneuver.
Booster arcing away from us here at Starbase.
Wow, this is incredible. It's incredible.
Coming up on max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure, which again for this flight is going to be higher than it has been on any of our previous Starship flights.
Oh yeah, because they're pushing it. That's the thing. They're pushing it. Yeah. They're pushing it all right. Yeah.
Right, so we're passing through that maximum aerodynamic pressure over a minute now into flight. Still seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines lit and burning.
Okay, she's still so
Our
beautiful.
next major moment's going to be coming up in just a little over a minute from now when we're going to get to hot staging. We're going to shut down all but 5 of those engines on the booster. It's our version of MECO. Most engines cut off. And then we're going to ignite the 6 engines on the ship while it is still attached, to do that separation. As a reminder, we try to do a directional flip. So when you watch on your screen, we're hopefully going to be sending that booster towards the bottom of the frame. For the booster itself, it's like doing a flip up. It'll go towards the bottom of your frame. We do that by lighting the engines in a slightly staggered sequence.
Remember, it's rotating. Because the thing is, it's part of the Earth. It's rotating.
Standing by for hot staging.
Because the Earth is it's curvature, so it's going up like this, and then it'll start curving towards the Earth like that. Because it's got to keep up with the velocity of space as well.
All but 5 engines down.
Since what?
6
there we go.
ignite.
Startup.
There we go. There we go. Stage step. Stage step. I think it's stage step. Is it? There we go.
And the booster now doing its boost back burn. It looks like we lit all 33 initially. Now we're down to 13. We're seeing 6 out of 6 Raptors lit on the ship.
Is this normal? Wait, did they separate it?
Back burn shut down.
Yeah, I think booster separated.
And boost back burn shut down. So it looks like we were able to get through the boost back burn this time around. That was one of the key objectives we didn't have on the last flight. And we've got 6 engines lit on the ship.
Yeah, I think, yeah. It's separated then. Okay. I just
All
I
right,
wasn't
so
aware what
that's
happened.
the first of 2 burns that the booster is going to be doing to kind of send it back towards us. It's going to be landing a couple of miles offshore from Starbase. Hopefully, we're going to try and get it all the way down to do a landing burn, where we're going to use those 13 center engines. They're going to ignite. That's what's going to really bleed off all that velocity that it's built up. And it'll eventually, hopefully, transition to 5 engines to kind of fine tune its path in, and then all the way down to 3 for the remaining bit.
Hey, I got some people here.
All right,
Oh,
we've got a
awesome.
couple of minutes to go until we get there. So booster's going to coast for a little bit. Ship still seeing 6 out of 6 Raptor engines lit. 4 minutes into the flight. Ship's got about 4 minutes left. Getting some killer views. Kate, Nate, how was the view from down there?
Spectacular.
It was incredible. I mean, it just shot off the pad, and seeing all the crowd now running back inside to take views on the screen here, it was amazing.
Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna learn to not stare at the engines, because now I have a bright blob in my vision.
Fantastic.
But now, speaking of vision, we could see both stages there on your screen. Starship second stage is still firing its engines. You can follow along with that, with the GUI down on the bottom right-hand side of your screen.
It's
Still following the planned flight path as well. Beautiful views of planet Earth there behind the ship.
That's right, and we're actually getting a live shot off the booster right now, an onboard camera. You can see the plume from Starbase where it just lifted off 5 minutes ago.
Nominal trajectory.
Okay, so there was stage up. Okay,
We are there.
We are there. That is us.
I kind of want to run back outside and wave.
Right. Now, again, this booster is not planning to come back to the tower or the launch site for this particular launch. We are going to be planning to do an ocean splashdown just off the coast of Starbase. So hoping to still get some amazing views of that.
It's so cool, man, to see this.
Pretty awesome to see the Raptor engines there on the left-hand side of your screen. We can actually see the plume there of those center Raptors. Those are the sea level ones, as well as the vacuum Raptors are the 3 on the larger ones on the outer radius.
Something, I don't know, I guess, but it's so wonderful.
Now, just like on tower catches, we are going to be doing a 13-engine landing burn to slow the booster down. Hopefully, we can get a live camera of the booster right now as we're going into that phase. Awesome shot. You can see it there. So right now, the booster is using their 3 hypersonic grid fins to guide itself through the atmosphere toward its landing site. You can see we're only 5 kilometers above the sea right here.
Just heard the call out for a landing burn startup for the booster.
And she lit up. Oh, no.
I have a feeling the crowd's about to go wild here.
There we go. Splash down. Oh, yeah.
And another awesome landing for Super Heavy. Congratulations to all the teams here at Starbase and at our SpaceX team. An amazing, amazing view.
Everything continues to go well with ship, as you can see there on your screen.
Well, I'm sorry, typo.
We've got about a minute left with the ship engines on. Just looking at the booster real quick, it didn't look like we lit all 13 engines that we were planning for that initial landing burn. We were targeting a softer splashdown, and as you saw, it came in with quite a bit of velocity still. So landing velocity did look a little bit high, but really cool to make it all the way back this time to that landing burn. We'll dig in, figure out how to turn on all those engines, and then get to a full landing soon. All eyes on ship. We are just a little ways away from getting those engines turned off. We expect it to burn about 8 minutes and change. And so hopefully just about 15 minutes to go. Sounds like we just got the sonic boom.
Yeah, we sure did.
That was awesome.
From the booster splashdown.
That's why I got shared on X.
And engine shutdown.
Engine shutdown. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at her. She just shut down beautifully.
All right, Starship 6 Raptor engines have successfully shut down.
Nominal orbit insertion.
That's
And
good.
there's our
That's
call
good.
out for
There you go.
nominal orbit insertion. So we got a ship in space. We've got a booster in the Gulf where we were planning to send it. It's a hell of a start to the day, Kate.
Yeah, it sure is. All of our colleagues here are filing in through the doors. A lot of people wanted to stay outside and hear the boom. And so it's pretty great to see a ship in space, and everybody's super excited down here.
That's right. And as guaranteed, it has been an awesome day so far. All this action in just 9 minutes now. And objectives are done for the booster. Just want to quickly flag that booster did land in a clear zone. We clear those before launch, well ahead, so that we ensure everyone is safe before the launch and after. So we're getting ready now for our in-space objectives.
Yeah, we've got a few minutes until the next milestone. So
That's
sit
gonna
tight
be in
and
space.
enjoy the space views and, of course, the space jams. We'll be back here at T+14 minutes to deploy our payload, which is 20 of our newest Starlink version 3 satellites. So we'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'm loading on the bottom here right now. Yeah, and 14 minutes. So 14 minutes is gonna come back for this. I'm still gonna be streaming for this. So there's not gonna be much. Just the views, the wonderful views of space. If you want to continue here, you know, what they're gonna do is that they're gonna do they're gonna do like the Panther thing in space. So they're gonna do a cool thing about it. Yeah. Right now, I'm just gonna be checking out things because in 4 minutes, they're gonna do more. I'm not cutting out the broadcast or nothing like that yet. I'll do that with Splashdown. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Vashi, is it? Vashali. You're welcome. I'm doing this. This is like still new to me. I'm not an established YouTuber or anything like that. It's just a more amateurish kind of thing. But I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that y'all liked it. And oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. I'm glad to see people from my focus group being on here. That's great. Uh, I'm hoping people from UCF are here. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. Go do what you need to do, man. Don't worry. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Grab some dinner, have fun, whatever. You want to check out the X stream, the Twitter, the SpaceX Twitter stream, we can. That's fine. They're gonna do more. It's just that I didn't want to I put mute because put music and I cannot put music with live streaming because copyright issues. So I don't want to do that with my channel. But yeah. But anyways, have a great weekend and enjoy. I'll still be streaming here until Splashdown, until the whole mission is complete. So you're welcome to pop back in if you want to later if you want. But what I'll be doing also is I'll be doing clips. Once YouTube finishes the processing, I'll do clips of the moments of the mission itself. So yeah, I'll still be here. So I'll be here until the end of the mission till Splashdown. So yeah, a little bit of while, like a little like 40 minutes to an hour. That's all the missions are. But yeah, have a great Friday, man. Enjoy. Yeah, I don't want to keep you I don't want to keep you for too long anyway. So there we go. Thank you. Thank you. I'm still working on this. This is a work in progress in a sense. This is one of my projects that I'm trying to do is do YouTube part time for a while or something like that. So yeah, there we go. Yeah. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, to the rest of y'all, glad to see that y'all are here. Whoever's here, whoever's not here, that's fine. You can watch it on the SpaceX own platform on what used to be called Twitter. Now it's called X. So it's like X-Men X and that stuff. So yeah, if you want to watch it on X, you're welcome to. But anyways, yeah, that's cool. Look at the Earth, man. Look how beautiful it looks, man. It's just so gorgeous and that stuff. Oh, I think we're back. I think we're gonna be back a little bit. Let me put it on right now.
We'll get underway after we open the payload door in just about a minute. Now, for those of you that perhaps missed the previous 14 minutes, this is the second flight of Starship version 3. This is flight 13. It lifted off. It had a beautiful ascent as well as a ship ignition and stage separation. It was literally picture perfect from here in Starbase.
Picture perfect. And then we continued with that booster hot stage separation. Amazing to see some live replays of that. And of course, the booster performing its own boost back and landing.
Yeah,
That's
ship
cool.
continued for about 8 minutes with all 6 of its engines and made it to second engine cutoff, where we heard good orbital insertion, and we've been coasting in space for the last few minutes. Now we're getting ready to deploy our very first real Starlink version 3 satellites. The door will be opening here in just about 6 seconds from now. Now, we won't have the same views as we did on Flight 12 of our payload. We don't have those cameras on board these Starship version 3s. That was a Dodger Dog exclusive, but we will be able to see them deploy from the ship.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So we're not gonna get. So in other words, we're not gonna get the exclusive inside cameras. That's what they're saying. So we're just gonna see them from here, from the Starlink cameras that they have on board.
As Kate said, we should see the door open up really soon if we haven't quite gotten it open already. We've got 20 of these Starlink V3 satellites. Looks like the PEZ door is open.
All right, we're gonna see it deploy a little bit.
Yeah, this is the first time we've got Starlink V3 satellites getting ready to go into space. And I mean, these things are really just kind of crazy upgrades that they're going to bring to the network, where you start talking about just symmetric gigabit speeds through the Starlink network pretty much anywhere on the planet that this is going to unlock. So really exciting. These satellites are only going to be in space for about 20 minutes.
All right, 20 minutes. There we go.
Sorry about that. These will only be in space for about 20 minutes, as they're on the same suborbital trajectory as Starship itself.
You can see it right there.
This is essentially just giving us a chance to try and run as many tests as possible, deploy the solar arrays, antennas, whatever we can on these vehicles. We are intentionally being a little scrappy with it. They might be playing some bumper cars once they're out of the door, but we are looking to get these deployed over the next couple of minutes. In the meantime, they're getting ready to also do the Raptor in space relight. Listening to a little bit of conversation on that, but we are currently tracking to do it. I'll give you some updates if we hear otherwise.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
And there you go. You can see our first Starlink V3 getting deployed out of Starship.
Yep, and there we go.
Huge milestone for the team out here.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely hyped about this.
There we go.
You can see these Starlink V3s continuing to pop out with deployment assisted by the PEZ dispenser. Now, this version of Starship is built to deploy up to 60 of these more advanced Starlink version 3 satellites. Each V3 is designed to offer 1 terabit per second of downlink capacity. Now, let's put that into Falcon 9 terms real quick. A Starship launch with V3 satellites will launch 20 times the capacity into the constellation as a single launch of V2 satellites on Falcon 9. Just incredible.
And anybody that follows Starship, you know that the views that we're being treated to right now, the views we get during those
There you go. There's
re-entries,
another
that's
one that's
made
not
possible by Starlink. It's given us just this unprecedented look into Starship as it's flying through space, hurtling through the atmosphere.
There we go.
It's powering the dozens of cameras we have on board. It's giving us real-time data on every system that's telemetered on board that vehicle in real time. We use the exact same constellation to power all of our cameras that we have out in the field here in the Indian Ocean. So really powerful technology for just connecting you no matter where the heck you are on the planet, off the planet. So thank you, Starlink, for letting me watch this stuff as we fly through space. It's pretty awesome. We get about 240 megabits per second of data.
There you go. There's another one right there. It's just like
everybody in the spaceflight community knows that's pretty insane when you're usually dealing with single digits on some of the older systems. So gives you a lot of insight, gives you a lot of ability to just rapidly iterate, know what the heck happened when things go wrong. But
that's what it is.
Looks like we're seeing some more satellites get out the door. We do have cameras on some of them. The last couple that are going to go out are going to try and do the heat shield imaging that we attempted last flight. We don't have that camera view that we got on Flight 12 where you kind of see the satellite leaving Starship. Those aren't on the V3 satellites. But we are going to, on the last couple that go out, have some pretty narrow field view cameras that are going to be looking back at Starship, turn on some flashlights. And this is a test of a capability that we're really going to want when we start doing orbital flights, to just add that extra layer of safety, that extra layer of reliability, where we're going to be able to image Starship's heat shield after it's gone through ascent, after it's been in space, before it re-enters. So we're going to try to test that again today. The heat shield imaging, we didn't get a whole lot last time. Ooh, looks like we got some thunderstorms on planet Earth below us. But a couple more satellites to go, looks like.
Of course, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome to see our V3s in space. I want to give a shout out to our Starlink colleagues. And we expect payload deploy to run until about 27 and a half minutes, so about another 7 minutes here.
They're promoting this for everyone. It's not
the Starlink team will be attempting to speed run these tests, or excuse me, speed run test these version 3 satellites, where they will attempt to do a few tests, such as extend the new solar arrays and antennas. They're also going to try and connect these V3 satellites with ground stations and turn on the satellite's communication systems. Now, they're only going to have about 20 minutes or so to do all of this, as these satellites only have that long before they demise in the atmosphere or break up due to that friction when they re-enter the atmosphere. So what we learn from today's deployment will help progress and move the program forward, which is super exciting. You could basically say that the payload's payload is data. That's right. We're getting very Inception here.
There we go. That's another
now,
one.
in addition to those tests for Starlink, for the Starlink team, as Dan mentioned, 6 of the satellites have been modified with engineering cameras to help scan Starship's heat shield. That will help inform our analysis of Starship's readiness for future catch returns back here at our launch site. So for those that might be unfamiliar, we are currently capable of catching our super heavy booster, and we've done that a couple of times. We have not yet attempted to catch our second stage or ship. And so that is going to be a very exciting milestone when that day comes.
For sure, and we're building up to it with today's tests. We are still planning to do our water splashdown in the Indian Ocean, so stay tuned for that. That's only about 40 minutes away, but still in space. We keep on deploying our Starlink satellites.
Got another one right there.
Again, these are our V3 version of our Starlink satellites, a whole host of added capabilities to our version 2 that's currently in orbit.
Free advertisements for Starlink. There you go. Now you can get Starlink for.
And this is
I don't know
our team here at Starbase Texas.
There you go.
These are all of the
You
team
can
members that have helped build the
I see
vehicle, that
some
have built the Pez dispenser, and got it ready to fly today. Amazing work.
Yeah, there we go.
For
You got
those of you that
Starlink
have
right
just
there.
recently
Why not?
tuned
Starlink
in,
is great.
there is a spaceship in your screen, we promise. Right now, the ship is in orbital darkness, so we don't have any available sunlight from the sun to
on the
help
other side of
illuminate
of
the
Earth.
scene. But what you can see,
And then again, here it's
moving
getting
out
dark.
from
So there you
that
go. There's another one that
smallly
just
lit
went out.
space,
There's another-
those are the
there
V3
was another one that
satellites
went
as
out
they are
right
being
there.
deployed. And essentially,
Like-
the ship is illuminated from the
like the-
inside, and so we're able to see the light come out through the payload door.
Right. Just a really small sliver of light at the top. That's our Pez dispenser. That's how we're both loading our satellites into the rocket and deploying it. It's pretty novel.
reference. I don't know. Oh,
We've got about 3.5 minutes still left of our payload deploy sequence.
Yep, looks like we've got 16 satellites deployed, so 4 more to go. These last couple will have those cameras, so if you see any sudden bright lights, that'll be flashlights turning on those satellites to try and get some imagery of Starship's heat shield.
And there we go. There's another one. There it is. There it is.
17 out the door. 3 more to go, and 18.
I like the snap. Like this. Like Thanos was snap, but I don't know.
And while we wait for these last two, we did confirm we are still go for our Raptor relight demonstration a little bit later in the flight today. So we will be looking to relight one of those Raptor engines on ship. And that'll be our next major milestone after we get through these final 2 satellites.
All right, 2 satellites to go. There we go. See, probably down a little bit, but yeah. I'm not like everyday astronaut or those people. I'm just doing this. This is amateur stuff.
Just at 25 minutes into our flight, it's crazy to think that we're already screaming at 27,000 kilometers an hour, 200 kilometers above the ocean surface. Amazing.
Yeah. Now, for those of you that lost count, we have deployed almost all of our 20 Starlink satellites. I believe our last count was at 18, so we should be seeing 2 more. And we're very excited to see our version 3 satellites in space. And these are these are real satellites. They're not just demonstration sats like we had last time. These are going to basically have a 20-minute lifespan where our Starlink engineering team will attempt to perform a number of tests and really speed run those tests during that time.
Right. And in terms of satellite lifespans, 20 minutes it's the shortest you can possibly get, but hopefully in that 20-minute time frame we can really try and ink out as many tests as we can.
It's actually
it looks like we might have some this might actually be light from one of the Starlink satellites. As we mentioned before, a few of them, 6 of them actually are equipped with flashlights to look back at Starship, as we want to image the heat shield and understand the heat shield performance through the ascent phase, as this information is very important for us to know and understand as we prepare for operations that will enable ship to come back to Starbase for landing. For catch, I should say.
Right. We are about 40 seconds away from that planned payload deployment sequence being complete.
Yep, looks like we've just got those last 2 to go. These ones might be coming out. Oops, they're starting to see motion.
Yeah, I say it's pretty cool. I will like that. There you go. There's one. There's another
19
one.
out the door. 1 more.
I got 1 more left. And there goes another one right there.
It looks like we got a crowd at our Hawthorne, California location. Some colleagues gathering outside of Mission Control there as well.
That marks, if I'm not mistaken, our 20th. So our payload deploy sequence is now complete. Starship will now close its payload bay door and continue to coast around Earth to the Indian Ocean. Still a lot of major events to come today, including our Raptor relight burn at T plus 38 minutes, 58 seconds, followed by atmospheric re-entry, where the heat shield will be put to test and eventually our splashdown. So with that, we're going to go ahead and go on to another quick coast.
Yeah, so sit tight,
We're just gonna
enjoy the
coast along.
views, and of course,
And then-
some more
and
space
then-
jams. And we will come back here at T plus 37 minutes for our Raptor engine relight and, of course, Starship reentry.
There we go. Yeah, I turned on. I had to mute that because they play copyrighted music, so I don't want my stream to be like, copyright infringement stuff. So sorry about that. But you get to see the good views, so I'm leaving the views out. But yeah, it's gonna coast along, and it's gonna start its re-entry, and then it's re-entry, and then it will go into splashdown. So yeah, I'm still gonna be in the stream until splashdown. So I'm not turning off the stream anytime. I just had it muted because um I've seen some other YouTubers, they were when they do streaming and then there's music playing, unfortunately there's copyright infringement and stuff, so I don't want to get into trouble with that. So that's the best way. So this is the best way to do it. Yeah. So yeah, you can see is that it's still maneuvering. It's a vehicle that's still up there in space now. It's doing it successfully. I'm impressed. I'm impressed because the last version of Starship actually was not really that successful because there was a couple of them that blew up. I don't know if you remember, but there's been a couple that blew up. It, even in flight, they blew up. So it's like broke up into pieces in space, and and that sent space debris to the Caribbean or to around the ocean, the Caribbean Sea and all that. So yeah, yeah. They say like around the 30 something minutes or something like that. But what I like about SpaceX is that they have these cool graphics, so you can tell when it's going to be the next segment is going to come. Unless they say on the website what's planned, but anyways, which I could definitely check and see what's planned right now. They'll have right here. Uh, I don't want to take away from this wonderful view of space. I want to share it to y'all how space is so beautiful and vast and dark. So I like to call it the ocean of stars. That's what this is, ocean of stars. Um, the vast oceans of space. So right now we're in the uh, deploy demo complete. All right, cool. And then we're 38. So 38 minutes into flight. So it's a little bit right now. So until they start talking again or so forth, then I'll notice when. So yeah. Tell me where y'all watching it from. Did you see the launch? Did you see a launch right now in Texas, or are you by the Caribbean side? Did you see it by Florida, or share down below? Share down in the comments right there in the chat right there if you want to see a chat. You know. But yeah, what I'm gonna do later is that the is when the stream ends. Um, gonna I'm gonna like put stream. Oh, you're in Georgia. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. I'm in Florida, by the way, so we're neighbors. That's awesome. We're neighbors. Yeah. 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 Hey, you said you're gonna if you want to buy Starlink, you can. I seen some here on the website, and there's some prices here that they have for services, but I don't know. I guess it depends on your coverage or how much you're willing to invest into it. Uh, Personally, I think if anything, I'll probably invest into Starlink eventually, or Amazon Leo if you want to go for if you want to go with Bezos' basically a version of Starlink, if you want. But there's other companies that are doing Starlink-ish services. So yeah. Oh, you can see a lightning right there. Lightning right there. Yeah. The the meme that the wolf the movie, the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, I keep seeing that meme come up. Oh, the meme, like that meme. Well, the Steve Rogers one, it says, "Oh, uh, like I understood that reference." Captain America. So yeah, yeah. There we go. There we go. You see lightning. You see lightning right there. Lightning. Yeah, yeah. In the night skies, you can see lightning right there. Lightning. That's lightning. Darkness. There you go. That's another lightning right there. Okay, time to play the spot the lightning game. There we go. That's another one. Uh, but yeah, yeah. Let's see. Got the lightning one, and then yeah, look at it, just flying through space right now. It's just um, sort of like space a little bit. It's it's there. It's in orbit a little bit, but it is successful. It's still this is still a test flight, by the way. So this is not a this is a test flight. This is they're still testing the vehicle. It's not 100% when they're gonna carry it. Um, maybe I should do like some fun stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to do fun stuff here. Let's see. I'm trying to see. No, I'm trying to see here what I can do here. No, I'm sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to see what is it. There's some way I can do this here. No, I don't know how to do. Trying to do like some kind of like and then like a poll in the chat or something. I don't know how to do this stuff. Oh, here we go. Engage your audience. Okay, I'm also learning this. All right, let's see if we can do a poll right there. See, little fun thing right there. I don't know. I'm trying to create and I'm trying to have a little fun right here. Um, let's see what I can do here. Oh, wait, it's approaching the time right now. Is it? 38:58. It's almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. I'll be right back, folks. A little bit. Let's try to see how I can do these like customization. I'm trying to also learn how to do like when people are coming right back, they um like when they go away or something like that, they'll put like a like a screensaver of sorts on YouTube or on Twitch. I don't know how people do it. I'm learning how to do that kind of stuff. Trying to see. Oh, right here. I think I can maybe see this. But it says default lay. I don't know what provide a countdown for the duration of break. I don't know how to do these stuff. This is new to me. So lay into your color. Oh, see, I don't know how to do that. That's new to me. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, folks. 37 minutes. Okay. Yeah, just on a little bit right now. A little bit. Let's see. Just gonna check on some things right now, and I'll be right back with this. See. Uh, nothing out of the ordinary here. Okay. That's cool. You're in Georgia. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've not been to Georgia as much. I've only been to the airport. I know it's probably a funny joke on there. So with that, but oh well, sorry about that. No, I'm not seeing anything. Um, all right. Let's I think we're coming up right now in the minutes right now. I don't know if they stopped doing music or something. We'll see, because if they're gonna start talking, then yeah, that's fine. But yeah, if you want to invest into Starlink, you can invest into it. The website's up there. The website's in the SpaceX Starlink.com. So I say, yeah, let me see if I can put up the link right here. And there we go. That's Starlink.com. You want to invest into Starlink, you can. There we go. And I believe I can end the poll if anything. Let's end the poll. Alrighty. All right. I guess I got one vote so far. All right. Well, time for us to put on.
Turn to be up to about 14 seconds. We've only done about 3 seconds previously. And so that should be coming up within the next couple of seconds. Let's stand by.
All right, there we go.
Flight demo started.
Flight demo's already started. Yep. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. You a station at Cape Canaveral? Awesome, man. Thank you for your service, man.
You see relight there on your screen.
Look at
Wow.
that. It is beautiful right there.
And confirmation over the net. Relight shutdown. The burn has ended. Congrats to the team on this milestone.
Wow.
I mean,
that is
it's
so cool.
crazy to see how we can maneuver in space, and just another icing on the cake for today's mission. So we're going to be taking another quick break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes before re-entry, which is targeted for about T plus 47 minutes. So we'll see you soon.
All right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. That's so cool. Yeah, again, I have to mute it. Music, so yeah, self-explanatory. If you know, you know. But anyways, that's really cool. You were stationed at Cape Canaveral. That's awesome. Thank you for your service. It's really grateful. Yeah, Cape Canaveral is about a couple hours away from me. I had to drive up north to get there, so uh, I'm not disclosing too much where I'm from, where I'm at in the state, so privacy reasons. But yeah, I think it's just cool that that you were there. Did you see any launches there? This was like back then in the day, with the space shuttle, Apollo, Gemini, Mercury. Um, if you want to go old school a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, it should be the next one. The next milestone should be around 47 minutes 30 seconds. So a little bit right now. So we should see around that time. Yeah, I have the TV on for that, just to see if anything to get good reactions and so forth. But yeah. Anyway, sorry about the rambling. But yeah, I can see a cool light show here. Awesome light show. And it's just amazing. I just really like when it was like all that flaming stuff and everything. Like, it's so cool to see that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, if you ever go to Cape Canaveral again, if you're around the area, there's an awesome museum that's there. It's called the SANS Space History Museum. It's near the Space Force Base and Cape Canaveral Space Force Base, and I have done some videos and posted some pictures in the past about that in my LinkedIn. And I have LinkedIn, by the way. So I have LinkedIn. So and the thing is that that museum is one of the best bargain museums ever, because, well, guess what? It's free. It's free. You don't have to pay a dime. It's free. They have a cool gift shop. It's a fun gift shop, but it's cool. But yeah, anyways, a little plug there because it's just really cool. The museum is it's a smaller building, but it's not bad. It's not Kennedy Space Center Visitors Complex or nothing like that. Nothing that fancy. It's just military museum, military space museum. Everything of the Space Force Space side of the museum. But yeah, it's really cool. You got to see a lot of launches there. That's awesome. Uh, yeah, I wait. Is it the time already? Let me check. Let me see. 47. Okay, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Still there. It's almost there. Just checking the time because I don't want to miss it with y'all. But yeah, yeah. I'm. It is a great museum. Plus, I like the launches there because you get to see it launch and you're at the beach and it's just so beautiful to see it launch. I got to see Artemis 2 launch and my gosh, that launch was just so magical. I got to see the first time I ever got to see a space shuttle esque launch in my life. Why space shuttle esque launch? Because SLS is kind of like a space shuttle variant. Um, sort of a variant in a sense. It's a new vehicle, but it uses space shuttle components and parts and but it's more like structure like Apollo, like Saturn V a little bit. Although the Saturn V was just gorgeous, gorgeous launch vehicles. Probably one of the best of the best of the best. I'll say that's right now. And you got to see it. Like you're seeing an awesome light show right here. I'm showing it. Yeah. Imagine Starship launching at the 4th of July. That would be amazing. That would be that would be very, very awesome to see a Starship launching at the 4th of July. Or if Artemis 3 launches at the 4th of July next year, that would be great. I would love to see that. You know, and it'll be great. Artemis 3 launch on the 4th of July. Because what's crazy about Artemis 3 is that Artemis 3 is going to have 3 launches. You're going to have Blue Origin launch with the New Glenn, Artemis 3 with the Space Launch System, SLS, and then you're going to have Starship launch, like right here. I don't know what flight's going to be. Maybe around flight 17 or 18, maybe. We'll see. Well, I don't know. That's just my guess. Because they're going to be a couple of these launches eventually soon. Once this is successful, there'll be other launches and so forth. Because they have to launch several amount of times in order for us to go back to the moon and so forth. It looks like we're almost approaching it, but not now. Let's see. Still is 47.3. We still have a little bit to go. But yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. You got to see that. Probably you got to see also the Delta 2 launch, the Delta 4, Delta 4 Heavy, the Atlas 5 launch. So it's really cool. You got to see a lot of history happen. And especially with the space shuttle, it's just like it's just a grand feeling about it, you know. Nothing like seeing human astronauts being on board these space vehicles and launching into the wild blue yonder. It's an amazing feeling as it is. So you know, as much as we gonna launch payloads into space, just like this one is, human space flight is a lot more grandiose. I'll say. I think we're approaching it, so I'm gonna put it up right now with the audio a little bit here.
And we're doing these propulsive landings instead of more traditional means like parachutes, because
Flaps have
propulsive landing.
control of the vehicle.
You heard that call out. Flaps do have control of the vehicle. You can actually see one
All right,
view.
there you go.
Your screen moving around. That's actually a camera affixed to the flap. So as I was saying, we're testing these, doing these landings instead of more traditional means, so that way propulsive landing we can enable more rapid reusability.
Yeah. Now, we did just hear that call out. We should continue to hear some call outs as the ship makes its way back to Earth. Now, when we hear something called entry max heating, as well as entry max Q, That means that the ship has made it through the maximum heating and aerodynamic loads that it experiences as it returns. So safe to say that if it makes it through those specific points, we're doing pretty well.
That's right. So we'll continue to hear multiple callouts as we go through this phase. One of those callouts will be that the ship is transonic. We'll also hear another one when it's subsonic. Transonic will be referring to the period of flight where velocities of airflow surrounding and flowing past the vehicle are concurrently below, at, and above the speed of sound, so somewhere in the range of Mach 0.8 to 1.2. For reference, commercial jets have a range of cruising speeds, but most fly at roughly Mach 0.74, 0.85. Just for reference, that's between 480 miles per hour to 575 miles per hour, or 770 to 930 kilometers an hour.
So yeah, that was
subsonic, another call out that you'll hear later on in the stream. Subsonic will refer to speeds that are much less than the speed of sound. So at this point in flight, the ship's velocity will be slowing down drastically. So with reentry well underway, we'll take another break and return just before the ship's landing burn, targeted for T plus 1 hour and 5 minutes.
There you go. All right. Yeah, 1 hour and 5 minutes. All right. So again, I'll put back the audio around 1 hour. It says 1 hour and 2, so 1 hour, approximately 1 hour. Again, like I said, I cannot broadcast it the whole way. I have to mute it because copyright. Again, I'm sorry to repeat this, but that's just unfortunately what YouTube does. Anyways, you can see how the reentry is doing. This is the spacecraft itself is on reentry phase, and it's just so beautiful to look at that you don't get this on any other space vehicle besides, let's say, when Orion with the Artemis 1, when it did splash down, we got to see the splashdown, but we got to see it later, not in real time. This is happening in real time, so it's very different to what this is doing. And as you can see here, it's actually pretty cool to see this, all this glow, beautiful glow of plasma. This is just plasma. This is like hot air, hot burning in the atmosphere, burning air. The spacecraft itself is burning. But it's made out of material that basically will protect, that doesn't, like, it won't completely destroy the spacecraft or anything like that unless something goes wrong. Now again, is it going to explode? We don't know. This is still a test vehicle. This is still a test. They're still testing this vehicle until when it's operational and ready. Until then, a lot of spacecrafts, a lot of rockets, they go through a lot of testing, a lot of things, and that's what they do right now. And yeah, I trying to see here what okay, we're still good. All right, I just want to. I'm looking at the Starship the flight the timestamps, so we're estimating the time what it's going to be. Still good. I just don't want to put it because they're going for music and so forth, and that's not something I do here. I can't really do that. So yeah. You can see the engines there. You can see the glow. It's just so beautiful looking. It's majestic. And there it goes, like it's just burning and burning. Look at that! Wow. It's burning, man. Yeah. It takes a while. It takes a while. It's just the cool thing about it is that we're seeing this in real time, where previously this has never happened before, ever. For re-entry, you only hear it, and it's only with like astronauts' point of view that the astronauts do experience re-entry, but never like this, like on a web screen, a camera way of seeing it. You don't get to experience this from the outside as much. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, of course, of course. If you have to go, you have to go. It's cool, man. If you want, subscribe to my channel. That'll be great. Uh, and I'll put up some videos here and there. I visited, put up a video of a museum that I went to that was really cool. You got to see like different aircrafts and spacecraft. I'm also on a journey to go for engineering adjacent uh, fields and so forth. So going for my career in engineering as well. So this actually applies towards me. So rockets and all that. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, you know, gotta go get your dinner. You know, I also have to go get dinner after this. I also gotta eat. I'm starving as well. So you know, I'm human. I gotta eat and all. So yeah, yeah. Uh, and hopefully, you know, I get to work with SpaceX eventually. I would love to work with them. I think they're great. Or these space companies are doing amazing stuff. I got to meet a couple of the space companies themselves in person. I got to meet some reps, really great people, very passionate people, and to be honest, it's like it's amazing what we're all doing. It's just this amazing programs with Artemis and the space programs. It's just so amazing of humanity um, reaching to the stars, and it's just amazing. But anyways, if you gotta go, you know, I don't want to hold you up or anything longer. You do you, and you have a great evening. And like I said, subscribe to my channel if you want to. I'll post some things what I can. This is like a side thing. This is not a main thing. So my main thing is I'm doing um, other things. Yeah, yeah. I welcome people. I'm gonna put some clips after this, so that way I don't. That way, like it'll be shorter, so I don't bore people with it. Let's see, streaming. Let's see, 1 or 2. We still got time. Still got a bit of time, like 5 minutes or so. Like 7 minutes, I believe. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I have. 7 minutes. Sorry. Uh, from Resident Evil, video game franchise. Character says that it's a meme. It's a meme now. So yeah, yeah. Just uh. Oh, but yeah. But yeah, yeah. You got to see the things there. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You got to see all the plasma stuff. It's so cool. Like I'm seeing it on screen right here, actually. In my opinion. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm back a little bit. Sorry about that, folks. I had to mute a little bit. On my side, I have to mute. Um, Yeah, I can see here. Look at the sky. Look at it. It's just so cool to see that. Let me see if they're doing any talk. Oh, no, no, they're not. They're not. Oh, okay. I just wanted to, they're just doing music. Okay. Yeah, it's really cool to see this. So beautiful. I gotta say. I'll be right back. Hold on, sir. Yeah, it's getting closer to it, though. We're getting closer to it. Yeah, it's getting closer. We're getting closer to the reentry ending, and then it's gonna go transonic. So there we go. Just not. I don't want to unmute it because they're gonna put music. So until like we're talking normal and everything like that, then it'll be great for it. But yeah. But yeah, yeah. I know it's not much, but it's something at least. But it's beautiful. Look at that. She just finished her intro. She actually finished pretty well, though. I'm astonished. Nothing that's broken. Nothing that I see there is like um not. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I just had to look at that. Look at that. It's so beautiful looking on the earth. It's so cool seeing that. It's just let's see. Okay, that's almost there. All right, let me see if I can unmute it. No, no, no. Still playing music. No, no, I can't. Gotta wait until they stop playing it. So, but we can still see the view. So there we go. So we have that. Um, yeah, I'm here right now with the space flight now. So that's what I have for my other channel now. I'll be right back for a little bit. All right, back. Let's see what we have here. Should be two. They're gonna talk for a little bit right now. No, no music. Okay. I just want to wait until they stop playing music because I can't really put music. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. Music. Probably their taste of music is really great. And they have great taste of music, but I can't do it on my channel because it's considered copyright, and that's not something we want to have. Then there'll be a risk on my channel, and I don't want that. So there we go. But you get to see the nice views. So there you go. Enjoy the views, everyone. Uh, Earth itself, Earth looking beautiful in space, and you see the vast amount of ocean right there. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful looking at it, right? Mhm. Also, another thing too, as I'm hearing a little from spaceflight now, is that the NASA did got the contract for space um uh, for the space the the spaceship. Oh, look, Starship landing right there. We're almost there. We're almost there. All right. I guess now we can do the. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to be 1, 2. I don't know if I can. They're gonna talk or no?
From the ship is currently re-entering the Earth's atmosphere over the Indian Ocean. And really for the last several minutes, we had some amazing Technicolor views. It really looked like it was made out of starlight. Now, we did hear on the nets just moments ago that we made it through max heating and max dynamic pressure, meaning that the vehicle temperature and speeds and pressure are all coming down. And we can see that in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen as that speed continues to decelerate.
It's splashing down.
We're coming up to the ship landing burn. One of pretty much everybody's favorite part of Starship test flight days. And that's going to be coming up here in just about a minute or so.
Yeah, just about a minute away. We're going to try and light all 3 Raptor sea level engines for this burn. We'll light 3, do the flip. We'll eventually go down to 2 as we get close down to the water, down mode to a final 1 engine before we hopefully execute a nice soft splashdown. We'll see if we've got our buoys and drones in range with the recovery team. They're going to be standing by to try and get some additional views of Starship's heat shield, which from kind of our initial looks, it did pretty well on the flight uphill, but we'll continue to dig through all the visual data as we get it. We didn't do any real stress tests or anything on this flight. We did do, you heard our landing Larsh flight controller call out. We were doing the swoosh maneuver. This is kind of the final maneuver that we plan to have Starships returning to Starbase do, that will essentially hook them out over the Gulf before coming in and over Tower 2. But about 10 seconds away, look for 3 Raptors, the 3 in the middle to light up, do a flip. Let's see if we can get this thing in the water.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Just already past the clouds. There we go. Oh, my God. There we go.
3 sea level flip. Seeing healthy chamber pressures. Did our flip down to 2. Starship descending into the Indian Ocean. Down to 1. And we're in the water.
It didn't explode.
And it's a soft splashdown in the water.
It's on fire. It's on fire.
That is a first. That is the softest splashdown we have ever had with the Starship there in the Indian Ocean.
It's bound to be an exciting day for our recovery team. I mean, that huge milestone to even get the soft splashdown, much less have the vehicle stay afloat.
Yeah,
I will.
It's on fire.
The teams are super hyped here. That's a crowd here at Starbase.
Yeah, there we go.
Everyone's super excited. We never really get to see Starship floating so serenely in the Indian Ocean, so we're certainly enjoying these extended views. Like I said, we're really pumped about this. I want to check in with Tyler. Tyler, how is Hawthorne feeling about Lucky Flight 13?
Hey, Kate, we are so excited about another successful Starship test flight and those gorgeous Starlink views that we had. And we can also confirm that we managed to make contact with all 20 of those V3 sats. So it's a massive day for us. So congratulations to everyone at the team at Starbase, for Starlink, everyone here and around the company who've contributed to the Starship program as we make progress again towards a multi-planetary future. So thank you everyone for tuning in. That's goodbye from Hawthorne and back to you guys at Starbase.
Thanks so much, Tyler. Now, for anyone who perhaps missed the action, I suggest that you rewind the clock. Wow, look at that view of the Starship heat shield tiles. You can really see how the atmospheric re-entry, how it disperses the heat around the edge of the vehicle. I don't think we've seen quite that close before.
Never. And honestly, however short-lived that ship standing, bobbing in the water is, that is insane data for our team. It's unbelievable that we were able to keep that ship afloat. Now, we promised maximum excitement, and Starship V3 delivered. Congratulations to all of our teammates at SpaceX and to everyone who supported the Starship program. And thank you to all of our future customers for your support.
Yeah, as you could tell, the crowd really enjoyed that Nemo cam for a moment. We'd also like to thank the fine people of Cameron County, as well as the Coast Guard, the Federal Aviation Administration, and the Government of Mexico.
The amazing views do not end, so be sure to follow SpaceX on X for updates and more of these exciting shots that we didn't get to feature on today's broadcast.
And to get an inside real-time look into the teams bringing the incredible rocket to life, check out the latest episode of our documentary series, Starship. And of course, thanks to all of you for tuning in. And we're going to head back up to Dan for some additional thoughts.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind right now. We are still getting views from on board the ship with it in the water. Like, we had tried in the past to do these splashdowns as softly as possible. We experimented with rolls. This is the first time we've put an intact Starship in the water. This is a dream scenario for the team that's trying to get this heat shield data. Normally, you're working with a slightly charred Starship in the water, and now we have one intact. So the recovery team is moving in with their drones, and that we are still getting views from Starship. It is sending these via Starlink from the other side of the world while it is floating in the water after flying through space. Like, this is just completely surreal right now. This is just a mountain of data that we're going to get back. This is going to be so critical for refining the heat shield, everything else. And the really good news is all of these views that we're seeing, you're looking at a pretty intact looking heat shield, which as a reminder, we were flying at a significantly higher dynamic pressure. So putting way more stress on this vehicle on the way uphill. It's sitting there in the water, and I mean, look at it. So
upside down, but it's still
I'm
intact.
a little bit
So
over the moon on this. I know a lot of our team is just fascinated in the control room behind me. I mean, everybody is psyched. Everyone's gathered around their computers looking at these close-ups that we're getting of these heat shield tiles.
Pretty much hard.
18,000 of them. I mean, you can probably count the ones that are missing right now on one hand. Like, this is just absolutely incredible. And the fact that, like, the cameras on board the ship are still sending back video is just a little bit surreal. So, wow.
It's
lucky number 13.
Exactly. The
Hell of a flight for Starship. Get it all the way there in the water. Really great day for version 3. So
it still looks incredible. It still does.
All right. As Kate and Nate said, we're going to keep releasing more of this. Stay tuned. We've got some really cool stuff from some of the onboards that we caught. So keep following us on X at SpaceX. Whole bunch more cool imagery from launch, from the flight that's going to be coming out soon. Yeah, let's just close on that. I mean, look at Starship in the Indian Ocean. That's fantastic. We'll see you all back here for the next flight test of Starship version 3. With that, we'll say goodbye.
All right, here we go. Oh, wait. And that's it. That's it. That's the end. Right there. Sharing the screen. There we go. Yeah, incredible. Incredible flight. I gotta say, from launch to splashdown, such incredible feat that has happened, and can't believe it. It splashed down. Normally, when Starship splashes down, it goes like that and it'll explode. It explodes like that. It's like a very hard landing, but this time it's a very soft landing. And guess what? It stayed intact. It stayed intact, and that's great. That's great. That's awesome. Because that's one of the worries that I have with the lunar Starship that is going on, because it's so big. It's a vehicle that's so big that how they're gonna make it land, say the remote land like this on the moon. And the thing is, the lunar regolith is a very, very dusty, and it's kind of like kind of not as sturdy. It's very rusty and all, and like it's dusty. So the thing is, how they're gonna do it? Where like they need stronger legs for it to land, because there were spacecrafts that landed on the moon, but they turned sideways like that. And the only one that was recent that did land on the moon that was successful was Blue Ghost from Firefly Aerospace. Which kudos to them. I did talk with them before. Great company, I gotta say. They're doing amazing stuff. Go check out the websites. It's so cool. Um, and yeah. Splashdown happened, and I'm happy for it. I am happy that they did it successfully. It was a very successful mission. Even if it did explode, it still did a lot of things it needed to do. It just this was by surprise, stayed intact, upside down, but intact. So it's still cool that it was able to do all that. So, and they're supposed to be doing an in flight orbit propulsion refueling. I don't know what flight it's going to be on that on, but because that is something that's going to be very important for Artemis, Artemis 4 and beyond, basically. So we'll see how that goes. So, anyways, I'm gonna be closing off now because I gotta go eat dinner. So my mom called, so I gotta go eat dinner. So, anyways, so yeah, let me know how I'm doing in the comments, and I should do this. I should do more polls, or I should do a Q&A. Let me know what improvements I need to do on the channel. I'll post something of that, and then, well, if you all want to comment on when this video gets released, you can. I need to, that way I can improve things and so forth. But anyways, stay safe, everyone. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend. And as an all, may the force be with all of you. Great successful flight. I'm very happy with SpaceX right now. They're doing great. And yeah, see y'all the next stream or the next time I do videos or whatever. And yeah, there you go. And I also have my LinkedIn and everything. So with that said, catch y'all later and have a great weekend. And may the force be with all of you. There you go.